Hey guys, this is Stephanie Hamley with Hamley Bake Shoppe, and today we're in my kitchen to show you some of the recipes that we use at the shop. So today we are going to make double chocolate chip cookies. It is my daughter's absolute favorite cookie in the world, and I think it'll be yours as well. So if you're ready to get started, then let's go. So the first thing that we're going to do is, let me go over some of the ingredients. We've got softened butter, brown sugar, and white sugar. You can use dark brown sugar. This is just a light brown. So really all that is granulated sugar with molasses. This has some, dark brown sugar has more. If you did this light color or just the dark, you might notice like the spreading is a little bit different, but we're just going to keep it simple and do a light brown and then a regular granulated sugar. Then we've got eggs, vanilla, salt, baking soda, cocoa powder, and then all-purpose flour, and then we mix semi-sweet and white chocolate chips. If you want to use all dark chocolate chips, then you can do that. If you wanted to just use all semi-sweet, you could do that. If you wanted to mix in some nuts, you know, if you really like that, then go for it. This is just a basic recipe and it's very customizable. So we're gonna start with our butter. So we're gonna plop him in. And I like to just start getting the butter mixed, just so when I start to add the sugar, it doesn't, sometimes when the butter is in there and you throw the sugar in there as well, it'll like explode. Not really explode, it just, you'll have sugar flying everywhere. So I just beat it for, maybe like a minute. Nothing crazy. So there's still some chunks, but nothing, it's not smooth yet. So then we're going to go ahead and add in both the granulated and the firmly packed light brown sugar. And this is a little different than just a normal chocolate chip cookie recipe. We'll go over that on another episode. So I'm just going to mix the butter and the sugar until it's nice and smooth and fluffy, and then we're going to add in our eggs. So I like to mix the fat with the sugar. And sugar is considered a liquid, but in this we're going to just get everybody all happy. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in my vanilla to my eggs. That's one less step I have to do later. And then with it on low, I'm going to do one egg at a time. If you wanted to add some espresso powder or something like that, you could do that. That'd be really good. Give it a different flavor. Now I want you to kind of see what is going on here. So I have some of my dough that is smushed up to the side of the bowl, and then I have this other stuff that's kind of loose. I'm going to use my spatula because I want to scrape down all of it. I don't want any of that to go to waste. Now the thing with cookies and cakes is really, you just always want to scrape your bowl. They they make these paddles that have a silicone blade on the edge that helps scrape as you go. But you don't ever want to have like chunks of sugar at the bottom of the bowl, because when you go to scoop, if you have sugar that never incorporated into the batter, then when you go to bake it, it'll have like a little explosion on the cookie. So although it makes it tasty, presentation-wise, it doesn't look very pretty. Okay, so I got that mixed. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix all my dry ingredients. So I've got my flour. I'm gonna go ahead and put my cocoa powder in there, my baking soda, and my salt. And this is kosher salt. You can use table salt, kosher, sea salt, whatever you have available. And then I'm gonna use a whisk. You don't have to do this. You can just dump it all in. I just like to get it incorporated first. And I'm gonna add all of this at one time. Oh my gosh. There's gonna go everywhere. Probably. That's okay. We're just gonna mix it on slow. Alright. So we're gonna just put it on low. KitchenAid has a stir setting, so it's just really the lowest one. Alright, so you see how there's still dry little bits in our dough. It's not fully incorporated. So this is where we're gonna go ahead and mix in our chocolate chips. You can hand fold this in. That's a lot of elbow work, and I have carpal tunnel. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to just mix my chocolate chips in here and just on a low speed, let the mixer do the work for me. So I'm just gonna pour it all in. We're just gonna let it come together. At the shop, we bake so many chocolate chip cookies and double chocolate chip cookies. There is no way that we would be able to mix this stuff by hand. I mean, our mixer is huge and it would be a nightmare. And I probably wouldn't have any employees. They'd probably all leave me if I made them mix it by hand, because it really is, this dough is thick. So you just want to give it like a good little scrape and just, I mean, they're pretty much all mixed in right now. Now, as you can see, this dough is a little bit lighter, and that's just my cocoa powder. If you wanted to use a darker cocoa powder, then you can use that. So I'm gonna scrape all this off the paddle. Now you have two options. You can go ahead and bake them right now, or you can scoop them and let the dough chill in the refrigerator, or you can scoop them and freeze them and then bake them at a later time. So here's my pan, and I've got some very crinkly parchment paper on here, and I have a scoop. All this is a ice cream scoop, and we are going to scoop the dough onto our cookie sheet. You want to give it some space. So at this point, you can chill the dough just like this, and and then let it sit in the refrigerator just for maybe an hour. And then you can take all the little dough balls, you can scoop it, scoop it all on here, let it chill, and then take the dough balls and put them in like a Ziploc bag, stick them in the freezer, and then just take them out whenever you want to bake some cookies. Or you can let them rest in the fridge just like this for about 30 minutes, and then you can pop them in the oven, and that way it'll help with the spreading. So if you bake them right now, they'll probably spread a little bit more versus if you let it chill. But I'm gonna go ahead and bake them because
I'm hungry and I want to eat them.
And then the next thing we'll do is we'll keep scooping our dough and we'll keep baking. So we'll be back in just a minute. Hey guys, so I just took the cookies out of the oven and they are cool enough that I might let a little bit here try them out. So if you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and let your cookies cool a little bit before you they're good. Anyway, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on so you know when we get the next video out. Until then, keep baking.